for Gabriel Iglesias.
What's up, New York? Woo, that was good. Look at. You give me chills. Especially you, bro. Especially you. So, you guys, I've been given this great opportunity to produce 1-hour specials for comedians who I have seen over the years, and people who I think are very talented and deserve specials that probably haven't been given an opportunity to showcase what they can do. So that's what's going to happen here tonight, and we're going to make a little history. So I want you guys to help me welcome to the stage a very, very funny man, all the way from Dallas, Texas. Put your hands together. Show your love for my friend, Mr. Jerry Rocha!
So much. Wow. Good to see everybody here. Like Gabe said, I'm originally from Texas, right? But I live in LA now. And when I moved to Los Angeles, Dallas to LA, I took a Greyhound. That's how poor I was. For anyone who hasn't been on a Greyhound, it is basically a bad neighborhood that moves. Like, that's what it is. It is a moving, bad part of town. Nobody should get mugged going 75 miles an hour down a highway. It happened to me. I got mugged, pink eye, and diarrhea, like all in one trip. I'm actually happy that there's a lot of black people here tonight. I do not like doing shows for white people. I'm sorry. I don't get upset, white people, but you give the worst compliments. After a show, it's terrible. Like, if a white guy, you know, bro, if you like, what are you gonna say? Hey, we got a blast. You know, like, that was a lot of fun. Glad we found a sitter. And are we happy, honey? Are we happy? But if a black guy likes you, you know. It's like, man, you off the chain, baby. You talking some crazy shit on that stage for real. All right. Yeah. Now I feel like I've accomplished something. What's the white guy gonna tell me? That was super. Super? And that's not a bad compliment, super. It's okay, but try telling that to a chick who's just gone down on you, right? See how that works out. Wow. That was super. Did that just come out of my wiener? Like, don't do that. She'll never do it again. Trust me, I learned the hard way. You guys, I'm telling you from experience. Because I am a giant nerd, if you can't already tell. You know, being Mexican, my nerd of choice was Star Wars. That was my thing. Yeah, huge Star Wars fan. Loved those movies. Loved, keyword loved those movies, right? They're racist to Mexicans. They are, and it pissed me off. The Jawas, the little things with the glowing eyeballs, what do you think those are? I see the message. They're brown, they talk fast, nobody understands them. How do they make a living? They collect junk. And then they fix it and sell it back to white people. And what happens when their business is done? All of them hop in one van and drive off into the desert. It's racist. I had something really positive happen, by the way, on the way over here tonight. Not kidding, I was driving to this lovely establishment. Dude pulls up next to me on the road, not at a red light. You understand? This guy sped up to get next to my car. And then the passenger lowers the window and he goes, "Hey! You're getting laid tonight, man." And then he just drove off. And I was so desperate that for 10 seconds, I believed him 100%. Like, really? I'm getting laid tonight? Did I just meet the ass fairy? Is that what happened? It's like, did I shoot a wad under my pillow last night? How did this happen? How did I meet the ass fairy? Then I realized there's no ass fairy. He was just a drunk idiot. Or maybe I met the world's friendliest rapist. What do you guys think? Maybe I met a rapist with like a glass half full outlook on things. Like, hey, come on, stop squirming. At least you're getting laid. Maybe I met that guy. Okay, I guess my number's in the double digits now, thanks. You know. So I'm originally from Dallas, Texas, and I was just back home doing a show. And a buddy of mine from high school came to the show. It was great, catching up and stuff. And he's had the same girlfriend for 12 years. But he brings to the show a brand new one that looked just like the old one. And this dumbass gives me no warning. Not an email, not a phone call, not a text message, nothing. Yeah, so you already know where this is going. I walk up to a complete stranger and I'm like, Jennifer! Get over here, baby! I don't see the look of horror on his face. He's like, that's not Jennifer. And I think it's Jennifer. So I'm saying things pertinent to him and I'm catching up. I'm like, God, you look so great. Oh, man, just so good to see you again. By the way, do you guys still play that game where everybody bangs you while he watches? Is that a thing? You guys do? You know, we go back to your place, couple of rounds of Jenga, then everybody hops on Jen while you're just jerking off in a corner, facing the wall, Blair Witch style. You guys still do that? Is that still a thing? A heads up! It would have helped. The one thing I already miss about Texas are the rednecks back home. I miss them. Oh, you got to see them. They're amazing. They are only scared of one thing, and that's their guns. That is it. I was at a sports bar minding my own business. This dude comes up and like, hey, come here. Let me tell you something, son. Let me tell you a little something about football. Like, I'm 36. I'm pretty aware of football. I'm not new. What do you think? I was like Swedish? Like, oh, tell me about the ball. Like, what are you talking about? Oh, please, if you could tell me about the football in America, you know? You can't win if you got a quarterback who throws interceptions in the fourth quarter. It's a Wednesday in April. There's no game on. There's not going to be a game on for quite some time. Why do you give a shit? He's like, that's how it all starts. It all starts when you got a quarterback who can't win you the big game, and then the next thing you know, Obama's trying to take my gun. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? These things have nothing to do with each other. And you know what? I really believe we're ready for a female president. I really do. Yeah, no, right. Yeah, we're ready. That guy didn't think so. Right after his Obama football rant, an image of Hillary Clinton pops up on the TV screen, and he's like, oh, that's all we need, isn't it? That's all we need is a goddamn woman in the White House on her period with her finger right next to the button. That's all we need, isn't it? How do you argue with someone that stupid? You're not gonna be, you know what I mean? It's like, dude, they don't keep the button right by the bed. It's not like her two favorite characters in a soap opera didn't hook up. It's like, okay, forget it, like, that's not gonna happen. And I wanted to tell him, like, dude, all you know about women are from the ones that are dumb enough to bang you. Like, that's all he knew. And they're never gonna have their shit together enough to be president. That's all we need is a woman in the White House who's gonna go sleep with the first guy she meets at the bingo hall while I'm over being a janitor at the high school. Like, dude, that's never gonna happen. Tiffany Lynn is never gonna be president. Yes, we're ready for a female president, just maybe not one with a tattoo of Tweety Bird on her neck. Maybe we're not ready for her yet. I got to see my uncle. That was weird. Again, every Mexican family in Texas, we all have that one racist white uncle. You know that dude who hated Mexicans, but he hooked up with one anyway? Didn't realize how fertile they were, right? Been with her for 2 years. He already has 5 kids. None of them are twins. They're all his. Every Christmas, you can't hear him, but you read his mind. He's just standing by the tree. He's got that miserable look on his face. He's like, I can't stand these Mexicans running around. Messing up the words to Jingle Bell. Singing Silent Night in their own bullshit language. But these tamales are pretty good. Like, that's why he's there, the food. My uncle is so racist. You tell him a racist joke, he doesn't even laugh. He's just like, I know! I know, that's what I keep trying to warn everybody about. You preaching to the choir up here. It's like, dude, calm down, psycho. What are you It's just good to get away. Speaking of family, interventions are stupid, aren't they? Just the whole idea, right? Hey, Jimmy's got a drinking problem, so what do? Why don't we just surround Jimmy with all the reasons he started drinking in the first place and just have him talk. So all he can think is, I cannot wait to get wasted. It is happening. The minute they're done talking, the party's... I've never tried heroin. Right into the balls tonight. I am just done. Playing through pain a little bit right now. I gotta let you know I have a ruptured disc in my back. Yeah, everybody always, they know, like, dude, how'd you do it, man? How'd you mess your back up? I'm like, I'm 36. My girlfriend is 20. How do you think I messed my back up? You want to keep young women happy, you got to put everything into it every time. Yeah, okay, yes, see, you're here, there. Yes, you better. Give me a break every now and again, all right? Yeah, every time I get done sleeping with my girlfriend, I look like that guy at the end of Predator who gets hit by the tree. Just sitting there like, just waving off help, like, I can make it. I'm all right. I can make it. So I finally saw a chiropractor, right? And he goes, dude, you got a ruptured disc. He goes, one of two things is gonna happen. He goes, basically, all your pain, it's like your disc is just broken off and it's just grinding up against your sciatic nerve. That's where all the pain comes from. So one of two things is gonna happen. Either your white blood cells just gonna float in there, dissolve it, you'll be fine, right? He goes, or you get a microsurgery. And he said it like, you know? Like I'm supposed to be excited. Like, oh, do you think? You really think? And he's like, I'm like, it's surgery. Don't worry, it's a microsurgery. And I'm like, that's still, putting micro in front of anything doesn't make it any less scary. Unless you're describing the first penis you gotta take up the ass. That's the only time, ever. Like, look, I'm sorry, this guy's gonna bang you, all right? But he's got a micro cock. You're gonna be okay. All right, he's just gonna whip it out and go to town. It's just gonna feel like a tiny fart. But backwards, right? Like, it'll be okay. Just hold my hand, we'll get you through this. Clearly, I'm rooting for the white blood cells. That's what I want. Did you guys see that SeaWorld movie, by the way, the Blackfish? Man, huh? Wow. So those who haven't seen it, basically it's a documentary exposing SeaWorld for being evil. My girlfriend's like, we should watch it, it's evil. And I'm like, what? This is just a metaphor for marriage. That's all SeaWorld is. You go from this vast, endless ocean to a 10-foot swimming pool the rest of your life. I don't want to see this. But that movie is evil because these things shouldn't be there, right? And SeaWorld's losing a lot of money, right? And have you seen their tweets? They are panicking. Their Twitter account every other day is like, this movie's bullshit, okay? Don't listen to these stupid hippies. Kiyoki loves being in her tank. They always give him some stupid Eskimo name. You know, like, what do you... Kiyoki loves being in her tank. She loves her trainers. They're gonna get so desperate. My prediction, in 5 months, their ad campaign is just gonna be SeaWorld. Come see a trainer get eaten. Come on, everybody. How fun is that gonna be? We want you to meet Miguel. Come here, Miguel. Come on. Come here, it's Miguel. Come on. He's a little nervous. Come on, buddy. For the past 4 hours, Miguel has just been marinating in a tub of seal blood, right? Yeah. We're just gonna throw him in the tank, see what happens. SeaWorld, we've added great white sharks. You cannot train these things. But Becca's gonna give it a try. Come on, Becca, get in there. Round of applause for Becca. She's gonna jump in there, see if she can make one of these things flip. We'll see. That is my one fear, by the way, is getting eaten by a shark. Live in Los Angeles, never gonna go surfing, ever. Yeah, my friend's like, come on, man, be fun. I'm like, no, I don't wanna get eaten by a shark. And my buddy's like, dude, they don't even like how we taste, man. That's your argument? I don't like how potato salad tastes, but if I'm starving, and there's a bowl of it right in front of me, has no idea I'm coming for it, sitting there jumping around like a moron, I'm gonna eat it. Moving 1/10 of the speed that I can, yeah, I'm just gonna, yeah. And I'll be like, yeah, I'm not, not the best tasting meal I've ever had, but I'm no longer hungry. And sharks aren't born knowing we taste bad. Guess how they find out? They eat you. That's how they're just swimming along like, oh shit, what was that? Calling their buddy, Gary, come here, dude. Bro, bite that shit. Tell me what that is. That ain't a turtle, right? Yeah, that tastes awful. I ain't going out like that. I do live in Los Angeles. I used to live in New York. That was the best, man. I loved it, man. I lived in Queens. It was awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I got mugged. I still loved it here. 4 Latinos beat me within an inch of my life on a street corner in Queens. As they were kicking me, I'm like, start spreading the news. Like, I just loved it. 4 Latinos, though. You believe that? I was like, ¿qué pasó? I was in the car with you. You just dropped me off. I made it like, hey, okay, ándale, Gerardo, see you next time, vato. Okay, vato, see you later, man. Oye, look at the Jew, agárralo. I don't know what happened. I thought I was gonna die. I got scared, I got religious for a minute. But I felt like a hypocrite because I've never really been religious. That bothers all my friends. Like, come on, you don't believe in God? I'm like, I don't know. I mean, maybe. Here, I look at God like I look at my real father. He's out there somewhere. I'm just not sure it's a dude people keep showing me pictures of, right? Let me find him. It was funny, right after I got mugged, I went and did a show out in the city. And this dude literally was a hitman for the mob. And I told a joke because I was all purple. And he goes, hey, after the show, goes, hey, I heard about on this show, I heard about what happened to you, bro. Sorry about that, But God forbid it ever happens again. God forbid these wetbacks ever come. I'm like, that's me. I didn't want to. Like, yeah, I'm one of them. Goes, here's what you do next time, pal. You just grab your thumbs, plunge them into their eyeballs till they're dead. You understand me? You just do it to one of them. Let the other 3 keep hitting you and shit, but you make sure you kill that one guy. You understand me? They're never gonna mess with you on that street corner ever again. Yeah, because I'll be in jail the rest of my life. They're never gonna mess with any, yeah, if you did that at McDonald's, they'd never mess with you at McDonald's ever again. Like, oh, I said medium fries. You know, like that, it wouldn't. And this was the most New York thing that could have ever happened. His buddy came out right after he tells me this. He goes, hey, Charlie, how was it last week? He goes, oh, it was great. Took the wife to Vegas, saw Celine Dion. Best show I've ever seen in my life, I gotta tell you. I was like, wow. From plunging thumbs into the eyeballs to, I hope she does a Titanic song, bro. I really hope. I hope she does a song from Titanic. I was just hoping he got to meet her after the show. It's like, look, Celine, God forbid these paparazzi ever bother you again, but here's what you do. Just take your thumb. A lot of these are new jokes, everybody. Just gotta let you know. And as a comic, you gotta tell them. You cannot be afraid to tell new material. How else are you gonna know if it's good or not, right? It's like sperm. You just have to shoot it. And hope that one makes it to the womb. Like, you gotta hope. Same as college, right? Isn't college the same as sperm? Every year, 30,000 get squirted out. One dude finds a job. Isn't that usually how it goes? Everyone else is just the smartest person at Kinko's. That's usually how it happens. Dude, have you met that girl chop enough business cards? She's a genius. She remembers who won wars. I never went to college, man. I started doing stand-up right out of high school, you know? One thing about high school, why were the slutty girls so vilified? Right? They were always the villains in high school. It was always like, you better stay away from Tamara Richardson, man. She's a slut. Even dudes would be like, dude, stay away from Tamara, bro. She's a slut. Tamara Richardson's a slut. I'm like, yeah, I'm never gonna talk to her, thanks. For the past 5 years, I've just been hoping somebody other than me touches this. Yeah, I'm gonna, thanks. But they were so vilified. Look at all the joy they gave awkward teenage young men who had no business getting laid. Shouldn't the slutty chick have been the hero in high school? Forget the valedictorian, right? Why give her an award? Here's Susie Adams. Finished with a 3.8 GPA, has 14 universities knocking at her door. It's gonna be a busy summer for Susie. But here comes Tamara Richardson, everybody. Banged 78 students last semester alone. Get this, you guys. She blew an 8th grader who was just coming to visit his older brother. How amazing. Get up here. Here's your plaque. And why are athletes the ones who get to skip college and go pro? Right at it, right? Why can't it? Wouldn't the slut be a better choice to skip college? How many offices out there have low morale? That hiring a slutty chick fresh out of high school would boost instantly. Like, dude, what, I used to never show up. If you did, you were late. Now you're here early every morning with donuts and a big smile. And look, comedy has been great. I love doing it. It's been my dream. This has been a dream realized, whatever. But I'm not a professional. And I only say this because nobody, in my opinion, is a professional. No matter what you do. You can be the best there is at what you do, and you're not a professional. There's only one group you could look at after a hard day's work and go, man, that was a pro. Prostitutes. I mean, who else is there? Before you get all high and mighty on yourself. And I'm sick of that word getting thrown around, too. Like, hey, Johnny's a real pro. He's been with a company 14 years. He's never once called in sick. That's a professional. Do you know where she was last night? She was in a motel room with a borderline serial killer who took a dump on her for $20. That was it. Did she complain? Nope. Couple of baby wipes. Back out on the street, ready to do it again. That is a professional. Imagine the next time you're working at your job, bro, and somebody just pees all over you. How would you handle that? You'd call the cops, that guy would get arrested. You'd sue whatever company you work for. You'd be in the Bahamas every day, drunk at 2 in the afternoon, like, next round's on me. You're not gonna believe what happened. Dude, I'm just typing away in my cubicle. This guy barges into the office, walks up to my desk, pees all over me. He got arrested. I sued my company. $2 million under the table. Greatest day of my life. That's just a Tuesday night for her. Do you understand? That is a professional. And athletes, I think athletes are overrated. I really do. They get way too much money. For what? Michael Jordan. Jordan was a pro. He scored 60 once with the flu. Shut up. She blew a guy with a gun to her head. Anybody here can do that? Does anyone here have that's clutch? Do you understand? That's the X factor you need to win a championship right there. That's what they don't teach in a gym. Have her shoot the game-winning free throws, okay? Put her on the, kick the game-winning field goal, right? You're not gonna ice her with a timeout. She'll be fine. Like, you know what I've had to go through my whole life? You want me to do this again? Bam! That is a professional. One time it came close. This girl goes, I have an awful job. It's like, really? What do you do? She goes, I wipe the butts of elderly people every day in a hospice. It's like, that's pretty bad, right? But it's not prostitute bad. And I'm like, how did you even get that job? She goes, oh, I did a lot of crazy things in my 20s. And I just look at it as karma. Like, I don't think you understand karma. Karma's if you're just walking down the street and a tub of old people shit hits you for no reason. That is karma. This, you filled out a job application. 2 separate interviews. At one point, they had to explain, look, you gotta wipe old people butt, I hope you don't mind. It's not karma, you were just an idiot, honey. That's what I wanted to tell you. So this is Killer Man. This is my first special. My first CD is on iTunes, if any of you guys care. It's there, and I was real excited. That's a kind of a little mini milestone. I got my first CD on iTunes. I told a friend of mine, he was like, what's been going on, man? I said, oh, my first CD just came out. He went, ugh. Right, that was his congratulations. Yeah, he goes, ugh. Who did you have to blow to get that? It's like, wow, I guess whoever you didn't, loser, I don't know. Isn't that the loser way of going about things? The I suck at life. Who did you have to blow? Try working hard, dipshit. Give that a shot. It's always the losers of the world. Hey, something happened, somebody accomplished something, and I'm a failure. Well, they must have blown somebody. No. Who teaches that? What parent sat that guy down when he was like 5? I was like, come here, son. Look, sometimes life isn't always easy, okay? Sometimes, you're at the grocery store, could have swore it was double coupon day, right? Clerk's not letting you use double coupons. Don't be afraid to be a man, grab that manager, take him out back. Who would ever teach that? Who'd you have to blow? And what if there was? Only straight men can answer this, okay? Gay dudes and women, congratulations. But what if there was out there some magic penis that if you blew it, 10 million cash instant, who would do it? Any straight dude right now. Any straight guy would do it. Look at that. Look at how quick his arm shot up. Like I had it with me. Okay, well, you're in luck, buddy, because here it comes. Get on up here, come on. Think this through, dude. Sweetie, I'm sorry, but leave him now. If he's that eager to suck a magic one, wait till he gets a normal one. It'll be the same thing. So, all right, if I do this 10 million cash, actually 10% off your next purchase at Walgreens, like, hey, I'm here. Like, that's what would happen. Dude, think this through. Okay, let's say it's at the bottom of some Mayan temple somewhere. You gotta go on this Indiana Jones-like journey. You gotta bring your pal, because it's dangerous. No way would you tell him why you're going. Like, dude, what are we going to some mine to? Just shut up, it'll be cool, man, come on. And you get there 10 days later, there's this big golden snake cock sticking up out of a rock. Now your friend's like, what the hell are we doing here? You start to cry, because it's go time. I mean, this is it. You were so arrogant. What if you're not good at it? Did you ever think of that? Wouldn't that be a prerequisite if you're gonna blow a magic one? You better know what you're doing. You can't be like, yeah, right now, take me. Then you get there and just all teeth, like. You just hear this demonic voice, you have failed. Wait, man, come on, give me another chance. Leave! Walls start rumbling, your friends are like, come on. You know what? I hate to do this tonight, but I don't think love is possible. I know we've been having fun, but it's not, okay? 2 reasons. I have 2 examples why love is not possible. I was doing a show in Atlanta recently, and right across the street from the comedy club is this gay bar, right? And I saw the craziest thing I've ever seen. I saw a black lesbian couple just beating the shit out of each other in the parking lot. And they were both like 6'8". It was like 2 power forwards, if you could imagine that. And you think, what are the odds that they would exist, have the same sexual preference, and then hook up? How could that, why would you let that go? But they were fighting right there. And I don't know what started the fight. I don't know what lesbians fight over. Maybe she was like, you go down on me like a man. Maybe that happened, I don't know. They're like, bitch, I don't need you out like no man. They just start like, I don't know. But the funniest part was in between them, betwixt them, if you will. That's a funny word, right? Betwixt them was this like 4'11" white lesbian chick who was pretending to be black, right? And she was trying to make him stop. She was jumping up and down like, y'all ain't gotta do this! Y'all ain't Tina, Michelle, why y'all ain't gotta do this? And I was like, shut up, they gotta do this. This is amazing. I wasn't alive for Ali Foreman. Please, they gotta do this. And then I thought about it. That's a pretty poignant statement, isn't it? Y'all ain't gotta do this! That could save lives. Right? Imagine the next time you're having a fight with your loved one. Mexicans, any Latinos, really, before you stab someone later on tonight. Picture her just jumping up and down. Y'all ain't gotta do this! Usted no tienen que hacer eso! You know, whatever. 9/11, our darkest hour. Imagine the lives that would have been saved had that little wigger just been in the cockpit of each plane. Y'all ain't gotta do this! Farouk, Muhammad, why y'all gotta do this? Hey, you know what, bro? She's right. Like, you never know. Another reason I don't know if love is possible. The other night, I had to run an errand at like 2:30 in the morning, had to go to the grocery store, and in the parking lot, I saw a homeless couple fighting. If they can't work it out, what hope is there for us? If anybody should have that agreement, that line in the sand, like, it's just you and me now. We can't mess this up. But they did. She was just in his face, like, you don't deserve me. Just telling him all this shit. Women have the balls to tell dudes. Even homeless ones apparently have that same level of arrogance. You don't deserve all of this. He's like, I'm gonna be back in an hour, and if you don't have your life together, you can just say goodbye. An hour? You're giving this guy an hour? He's had 45 years to get his life together. What Hail Mary has he been sitting on that he's just gonna whip out? You come back 45 minutes later, all right, assistant manager at the Apple store, you happy, bitch? Like, is that ever? But the guy was just taking it. I would have called her on her shit. I'd have been like, oh, what, your only option is to dump me and go bang another homeless dude. That's it. Have fun with Stinky Pete down by the Burger King. Enjoy him. At least I find a puddle to roll in every now and again to wash off. But now the guy was crying. He's like, baby, don't go. Don't whatever chick awed, you don't mean it. That is the biggest victory for women, is the guy with just shit in his pants, like, don't leave me. That is the ultimate win, and you know it. You're gonna go find that chick and give her $100 right now. Like, good job. But he was like, baby, don't leave. I'm nothing without you. It broke my heart. I wanted to go tell him, like, dude, you could go. Like, if anybody has an easy way out of a relationship right now, it's you. The door is wide open, because there's not a door. I'll WD-40 your shopping cart wheels for you. I'll do it. You know what? Hop in. I will push. We gotta get you out of here. Just made me sad, because I've been with girls like that. I mean, not homeless ones, but you know what I mean. I've been with those evil, you don't deserve me. That was my ex-girlfriend, man. Evil, 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 evil to the, ooh. Every morning, every day, 10 hours a day. You suck. I hate you. You're a loser. Your dreams are never gonna come true. You suck. I hate you. You're a loser. Then hour 11 rolls around. It's like, I want you to know, these outbursts, they're not who I really am. I'm not like this. It's like, it's been 2 years. This is who you are. And it was just noise after, Oliver, it just turned to, all the, you suck, I hate you. It just ended up being like, yeah, that's all I heard. All I heard was that chick from The Exorcist vomiting. That's it. That's it. And then I have to slowly piece together what she was getting at, like, oh shit, I forgot to take the trash. All right, yeah, I'll get it. They just like, okay, right, that's what she meant. And the worst part, not only was she evil, but she was a hypochondriac. Can you imagine that combination? Every day she'd start her shit like, I hate you, you suck. And then like, I feel weird, I don't know, I'm having trouble breathing, I don't know, I have like a headache where I've never had a headache before. I don't know what it means. I'm like, it's just the demon bitch trying to get out. The power of Christ compels you. I was ready. Just let it fly away. It's gotten tired. It needs a new host. Let it go. So there I was. Every day she'd destroy me emotionally. Then there I am in the car, driving her to the doctor, so filled with hope. Just sitting there like, please. Let her have it this time, huh? Come on. Let's give this evil bitch whatever it is she thinks she has. Do me a favor, make it inoperable. I'm not gonna rat you out. Let's just get rid of her. I became a hope-ochondriac. That's what false hope every day. This is gonna get a little deep here, okay? Is that all right? But this is how messed up she had me, okay? I was so, because again, look, I wanted to be in love, my fault, right? My fault for thinking it was possible. My fault for meeting this chick online like an idiot, right? And there's no way to know, like you can't pick crazy. Like you can't tell. Real crazy, like, okay, normal crazy. She's just like, with a diaper eating cat food in a corner. Okay, yeah, I wouldn't go date her. But like real crazy, there's no way. You don't find out until you tell him you love him and it's too late when you're like already invested. Shit, now we share bills. Like that's when it happens. There should be something to warn you. There should be like, I don't know, like a plaque from the abortion clinic. Just like, here's our favorite customer, we miss you. Something, I don't know. Like what happened to the good old days? And I fell for it. Like I took all of her shit because I thought I deserved it. Because a girlfriend before her, I cheated on her, right? And I felt awful. And for a minute, I'm like, well, okay, I guess all these awful things she's doing, I guess it's, Karma. Guess it's karma for my ex for cheating on her that one time. And after the third month, I'm like, this is karma for Hitler, and they got the wrong guy. They got the wrong, I didn't do it. They got the wrong guy. She had me so broken. She had me believe I was unlovable. She was like, no, she would say, no one can love you but me. And they always have, here, she always would do that stupid Marilyn Monroe, like, if you can't take me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. You know that line? What is it? If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. It's just been the worst right now. Give me a little bit of best. You know what? Just a D-. I don't need your best. Just at least give me a D-, you crazy animal. Shut up. I was so defeated. I had a plan because I wanted to be in love. This is gonna get serious. I'm sorry. I wanted to be in love, okay? I thought it was her. I thought that was it, so I had a plan. I was gonna buy a gun. Yeah. And then I was gonna buy a bullet. Because you can't dance without music, you know, right? I was gonna put that bullet in the gun. I was gonna call my mom. I was gonna go, hey, Mom, I was living in LA because I got a gig in Vegas. Just wanna thank you for everything. You were the best mother I could have ever hoped for. I love you. I was gonna hang up. I was gonna drive out into the desert. I was gonna walk for maybe 30 minutes and then bam. Could not wait to do it. I called to literally say goodbye. I called my best friend, who is a comedian from out here, from the Bronx, named Mike DiStefano, who, look him up if you don't already know him. We were brothers. He was my best friend. And I just wanted to say bye because I loved him like a brother. I said, hey, Mikey, I just want to thank you for being there. You're my best friend. And I laid out my whole plan, like I'm buying a gun, I'm getting a bullet. I was like, I'm just going to go kill myself, man. I just want to thank you. And he just listened to him, and he goes, yeah, you could do that. Or you could dump her. Did you ever think of that? You weak piece of shit. Did that ever enter into your mind? You could just, like the homeless guy, you could just WD-40 the shopping cart and get the hell out. Like you could do that too. It was like, he goes, do you own a bag? And I'm like, yeah, put shit in the bag that makes you happy. Put the bag in your car, get the hell out. Get all your X-Men figure, who cares? Just go, go. What's funny is my little cousin, he was also my little godson, he came to visit recently, took him to Disneyland, had the time of his life, he's 6, right? And I thought, what if I'd still been with her? Let's say I didn't kill myself, but I stayed with her, and he came to visit. Do you imagine how awful that would have been for him? Been like, hey, Carlitos, how was your trip to visit your Uncle Jer in California? He's like, it was terrible. Well, what happened? All we did was play Mario Kart. But I thought you like Mario Kart. Well, I do, but all Uncle Jerry did was just zero in on Princess Peach and mutter things about women under his breath. Like, it was really, like, you like that turtle shell, don't you, bitch? You like that turtle shell? Yeah, you like that. Yeah, you like that. You like it. And then he would just start crying and masturbating, and it was really weird. Like, that would not have been fun. I'll forever be grateful for my best friend, my brother, for saving me. The weirdest thing was 3 months after I leave, I get a phone call. Why do people do this? Right? Why do the exes do this to us? 3 months gone, I get that call. Hi. Right? You've been on the receiving end of one of those, right? And there's always some stupid question that has nothing to do with why they called, right? Just to goat you in. Like, I was just wondering, can you tell me how many guitarists have ever been in the Chili Peppers? You tortured me for almost 2 years? And now you're at trivia night? You just want to catch up? He's like, I just want to see how you're doing. I'm like, I'm happy. I wake up every day, I forgot I knew how to smile. And I think my ex is the only person that evil to torture a guy for 2 years and then call him up 3 months later to see how he's doing. Nazis wouldn't do that, would they? You think Nazis ever called Jews who made it out of the Holocaust like, hey, what are you doing? passing. I'm just walking past the chamber and I thought of you, wanted to catch up. How many guitarists do the Chili Peppers have? And like that would never, ever happen. I stayed sober throughout the whole thing, by the way. Stayed sober throughout the whole ordeal. I don't drink, I don't do drugs. If anything would have made me, it would have been her. But I don't do it. And it's not, like, I don't think I'm better than anybody. I don't look down on it. It's just not for me. Is that all right? Because everybody's like, loser, you should drink. No, it's not my thing. Here's why I don't drink or do drugs. It's very simple. In high school, I busted my mom smoking pot. Yep, that ruined it. Once you walk in on your mom doing anything, it is never cool. That's why I'm never gonna do drugs or put on a condom with my mouth. I can't do that. Because once you walk in on mom whipping that ace out of the sleeve, you're like, guess you can scratch that off the list. You know, like, it's not cool. I have a great mother. She raised me pretty much by herself, and she had a lot of gay friends growing up. And that weirded out the rednecks in our neighborhood. And look, Texas, there's a lot of amazing, awesome people. There's just also a lot of rednecks, that's all, you know? And the couple of rednecks, boy, they were just, this one neighbor would always pull me aside, be like, hey, come here, I'd come home from school. How could your mama do that? It's like, what? How could she go and raise you in such an environment? It's like, what environment? They're just gay. She doesn't use them to discipline me. They're not there for both, like, you know, if you don't finish your homework, Lance is gonna bang you right in the ass. You better get ready. Like, that never happened. Like, well, okay, let me get the calculator. Like that. We were never at the dinner table, like, one of two things is to go in your mouth, broccoli or Gary's balls. Don't make me be the bad guy. Eat your greens or eat his balls. Like, that never, like, okay, all right. It's cool. I got a new girlfriend now. I love her. She's amazing. It's awesome. I'm 36. She's 20. Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing. We don't have much in common. It's creepy, you know? My little cousin Trisha, she's 20, and that's weird, you know, because we hooked up a couple times. That never worked. We couldn't find anything to relate to. We had the same grandmother. That's an icebreaker right there, right? Get done banging her, you roll over like, hey, remember Nana's pancakes? Those are pretty good, right? Nana used to mention. Like, no, she died when I was 2. Like, man, you don't remember anything. 36-20. She's also Mexican, too. And I'm thinking, wow, I am older than her parents. How weird is that? Can you imagine how awkward that's gonna be when I meet him for the first time? Like, I gotta buy everybody beer? All right, hop in the car, come on. Here we go, you silly Dominguez, let's get in here. My girlfriend likes to watch old movies. That's a weird thing. I don't understand why women like these classic black and white movies from like the 40s, the 30s. Why do women like them? They're so mean to you. Have you ever seen these? Every other scene, they just shake you and slap you. Have you ever seen it? Like, come here, sweaty, what's the matter with you? Come here. Just watch it like, man, this is awkward. Even Disney movies, like, we're not gonna adopt the giraffe. Come here, what's the matter with you? Just and I'm like, man, this is weird. I'm watching it thinking this is weird, but she likes it, so I'm like, is this a hint? Like, should we go back to this? I don't get it. Like, would this make the world a better place if we suddenly just started doing that again? I mean, they call them the greatest generation for a reason. Maybe that's why. I gotta go beat Hitler. Come here. Like, maybe that, I don't know. But I think maybe a week. We try it for a week. If it doesn't make the world a better place, we'll stop. To all the women freaking out, look, couple of rules. You can't be like, hey, come here, you bitch, because then you're just a jerk. You have to use that old 1930 guy's voice. You gotta be like, come here, what's the matter with you? See, that would be funny, right? Look at that. You'd purposely piss him off, like, hey, I slept with the best friend. Come on, and then, come here, what's the matter? Like, I'm a movie buff. I cry at movies. Anybody? I cry. E.T. every time. I don't even need to watch it. I just hear the scene when the bikes start flying. I'm like, they were friends. Him and Elliot were friends. Ow. My girlfriend loves to watch those like those Jane Austen movies, right? Pride and Prejudice. I don't know how many times every stupid version of this stupid thing she makes me watch. The first hour, I'm always angry. I'm like, I'm dumping you. I hate you. This sucks. I hope the Predator just appears and guts everybody. Like just polishing Mr. Darcy's skull on his spaceship. Like that's what I'm rooting for. The last 20 minutes, I'm crying. I'm like, hey, Larry, this is so beautiful. Thank you for showing me this, sweetie. They love me. I really think I would cry during a porn. I really do. Like if all the right things came together, right? Like if a couple of pumps in, the guy just grabs, is like, you know what, baby? You're the best thing that's ever happened to me. Oh! I'd start yelling shit at the TV, like, you keep him! You marry this man! You take your twin sister and your hot mom and your aunt and the guy dressed like the Colonel from KFC, and you kick him out of the room and you marry this man. I'm a wussy when it comes to movies. I love my new girl. I hope I don't cheat on her. I'm being honest, okay? I hope. I can't look. Hey, I hope I never cheat. I could never be like, I'm never gonna cheat, because you don't know. I hope I never cheat, okay? Here's why I can't say never. I haven't been in every single situation, right? You would probably say you'd never cheat. But when was the last time you were alone at your car at a red light and a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader in full uniform just runs up to your car window and is like, I will go down on you right now and then jump off a cliff so nobody knows that any of this shit ever happened. Right? You wouldn't say never. You'd be like, okay, hop in. You would do it. You wouldn't even be concerned that this poor girl was suicidal. You wouldn't care. You wouldn't be like, are you sure you don't want me to drive you to a therapist? Maybe you'd be like, nah, you know what? Life's rough, baby. You're doing the right thing. Hop in. You would gun it. Do me a favor. Gargle with some bleach. Let's kill the DNA, all right? Will you do me that? So you would start going crazy. If we get to the top of the cliff and you're nervous, just tell me. I'll come out and push it. Like, you would lose your mind. That's why all right? I hope. Never cheat. We just had our first argument. That was annoying. We're at the Gap, of all places. I don't want to be there, right? We're shopping. And look, if you're a fan of this genre, I love some of this music, but this stupid country and western song comes on the radio and they're like, don't mess with America, God bless. And like, we already have a national anthem. We don't need a new one. But all these country guys, every other year, don't you mess with America, we can't. You know, and so one of these stupid songs is playing. And I just look at her, and for 2 seconds, tell me how evil this is. I just went, that's all I did. That was it. That's all I did, just like, yeah, this shit-kicking music is stupid. That was it. She got mad. She's like, stop that. I'm like, what? You're embarrassing me. Is he here? Is today the day that Toby Keith rings people up at the Gap? I'm just trying to make you laugh, ass face. What's the matter? And of course, when women start fights they shouldn't start, she just tried to throw him. He's like, you just don't understand. I had something really traumatic happen to me at a young age when a man went like, no, you did not. There is no way you were molested by a guy who teaches horses how to count. I don't believe it. No way. So like, you're all mine in a 1 and a 2. Like, that didn't happen. We fight about this for 3 hours. We finally get back to the apartment, and she's like, I'm sorry. It's like, for what? You didn't do anything wrong. Like, that's what I've been saying! It's just that nothing I tried on fit me. And I was feeling fat. And now I'm the bad guy. Because I just went, that was now I'm. Somehow that's all on me. Somehow it just turns into like, I was just like, you shouldn't have eaten that donut. That's what she saw. Hey, check out Tubby trying to try on a shirt. That's when it should have been okay. To be like, you want to feel fat? Come here, I'll give you a fat lip. Where do you want? Come here. Like that would have been, I think. I can't cheat on her. I can't. Look, I'm probably not, okay? She accepts me. Doesn't that matter? Do you know how many times we've had sex while all my X-Men and Spider-Man toys are looking? She doesn't care, right? You know how many times I've money shot this poor girl while Mothra's just kind of floating over, checking out the action? That's a keeper. She accepts me. I'm broke and she still sleeps with me. That has to count. And I remember I did it. It's like, look, I'm poor. Like I grew up poor, you know, so bad. I remember, man, when you grow up poor, you always wonder how it happened, right? Right, you always want to know the root of your poverty. Like what great-grandpa just ruined it for everybody. I found out mine, it was my grandpa. When he came to America from Mexico, he was a doctor. That's easy money, a doctor. But he wasn't a good one. Because the only English he knew was, no, he's okay. Like that didn't help anybody. You sure, man? I've been bleeding in the same spot for like 2 weeks. No, he's okay. Like, hey, this guy's pretty good. Dr. Rocha knows his shit. I'm so poor right now that my bank is emailing me, reminding me how poor I am. But they have the balls to call it a courtesy. Right? You ever got one of these, like, courtesy alert? Just wanted to notify you that your balance has fallen below $25. This isn't a courtesy. It's been doing this every day for 2 years. This isn't a courtesy. Now you're just being an ass. You know how poor I am. I mean, if they're gonna call it a courtesy, make it a courtesy. Courtesy alert. Your neighbors can hear you masturbating. Okay, thank you. That's a courtesy. That helps me. I'll turn down Lord of the Rings. Whatever you're into, that's mine. The worst part is when I call my bank to check my balance, I always get the sad robot. Right? You get the depressed robot, right? Your balance is $3.32. Like, I don't feel bad enough as it is. I have to hear this mopey Terminator explain to me how poor I am. It sounds like he just took his robot girlfriend to get a robot abortion, and they're having that awful drive home from the clinic. We can get through this. We should stay together. We are a strong couple. Your balance is $4. It's the same trajectory. Growing up back home, man, I had a neighbor. Her name was Louise Jordan. She was a 68-year-old black lady, lived downstairs from our apartment, always happy, always in a good mood. That should be the voice you hear when you call your bank to check your balance. Get rid of the robot. Right? Wouldn't that be nice just to have her? Your balance is $2.72. All right. You guys hear that? $2.72. Gum is on me, baby. Even really bad news would be okay, wouldn't it? You in the negative $300, but hold on, don't you worry, baby. Everything gonna be all right. You just keep your head up, Jerry. I can do this. I can do this. I think that would be better. So I almost died on the way over here. That was true. Yeah. Saw the scariest thing you could ever see when you're driving down the road, coming at me the wrong way, going 45 miles an hour, this super old elderly guy, right? Just driving this town car. Then, like, right when he saw me, he gunned it. He didn't slow it. And he had that weird old guy look that, you know, when old guys drive, they have that weird, like they're just having this 14-hour tantric orgasm, just like that. And he just guns it when he sees, just like, and the look on his face got more intense. He kind of went like this. And I think he was back at Normandy. He was no longer on that road. He was watching all of his friends die, you know, just, I'm not gonna let him kill you this time, Johnny. Like, that's what was happening. And I was like, oh boy, this is it. This is how I go. This is my blaze of glory. Luckily, he turned away. And I know this is mean, but if you're old, come on, right? Your car insurance should be like $85,000 a month with a clean record. If you're an old person, you open up your garage door to go to your car, it's just be like a stairway that goes right back to your bedroom. Just confuse them. Throw them off. You know, like that. I'll do it tomorrow. That would be better. Would save us all. But luckily, he caught himself. We were all cool. And as he drove off, I didn't even have time to be afraid because I had that like, oh, guys, this is it. And then, and I was like, oh, I almost died. And then that Gangnam Style song came on my car radio. Forgot everything. That song is so catchy, I forgot I almost died. And I just start singing along to it at the top of my lungs, which is the most racist thing I've ever done in my life by a mile. Because I'm not Korean. I've never learned the language. I'm just in my car at the top of my lungs, like, Mindy Kungo Yame Halo Honey Hene Hini. And I'm like, oh man. That was racist. That is like extra level, change the game racism. That was so racist that if I were doing that at a KKK rally, 30 seconds tops, it'd be like, oh shit, come here, time out. Y'all hear that? Come here, son. Come here, you're getting the purple hood. I would be promoted instantly. Instant Klan promotion. Y'all hear that? I want you to take a page out of his book. That's the kind of leadership we expect out of each and every one of you here at the Klan. I would get the purple hood. Other Klansmen, you know they'd be jealous. You believe that shit? Do you believe that shit? That sumbitch has been here 2 meetings, and they already gave him the purple hood. I've been here 15 goddamn years. I've never gotten no purple hood. I've been working too. You understand the kind of dedication I've shown the Klan in 15 years? I was throwing bricks into them Muslim temples before 9/11. You understand? Before. This sumbitch comes in here, 2 meetings in, does some Korean gibberish we all do when we hear that song. They gave him the purple hood. Who did he have to blow to get that purple hood? I've been Jerry Rocha. Thank you so much. Thank you. Wow, thank you. Thank you.